Andy's vinyl bit. And I'm really sorry for not saying that correctly. Just hit 500 subscribers this month. Sorry. So, still listening to the show. So, the thing is, with his contest, maybe have to think a little, because I have a million stories I can tell, and the one story I never get to tell, and no one has heard before, or they've heard it once and they've never heard it again,
kind of reggae,
is the story how I got in the records. Before that, I got a name for your comic book, your record comic book.
Next is the Willie Maybon song.
No, I'm sorry. Piece of Groove. Pieces. What was it? I just had it and I was gonna videotape. Piece. Piece. What is it called? I need to turn this down. I don't want to get copyright from this video. I'm really sorry. So, Pieces of Grooves. That's what it was called. Pieces of a groove. Grooves are what's on a record. That's the little inside joke. So that's my name. And that was a hard thing to think of. Sorry. I'm really sorry. So, I could think of that all this time. That's the one thing first day you've put that video out, I could have made a video. First entry. But it was really hard to think of a good comic book name, because I thought of different names. But let me tell you a story how I got into records. So, me and my dad were going to a show. And it was like a festival show at one of my dad's favorite groups, Driving and Crying. If you're a fan, good music. And I was like 8, 9, 10, around that area. So I said, cool, go in there. And I said, how about we listen to some Rush? And my dad said, how about we go because we would go to the record store, and my dad called his records. He said, let's go to my record store and let me go through his records. And the only records I picked at the time were only Rush, because that was the main band I was in. So those were the only records I had first thing. So the records that he had was Fly By Night. That was the only record I didn't get, because the cover scared me so much. He had the Archives, and he didn't have Pressed Steel, so it was only Rush and Fly By Night. And there's another story that I'm going to tell as well. This is a two-part story. So, Archives, Pressed Steel, 2112, All World Stage. We didn't have a Farewell to Kings. We didn't have Hemispheres. Those were my dad's favorite two records. He had Permanent Waves. I think that was it. And after that, no, he had singles. That's what he had. No, yes, singles. That's the last record he had. And I took all of those with me. And when I got back from my dad's, it was really dark. And the Rush logo from 1974, the owl on Fly By Night, and the star on... No, it wasn't the star. It was the cover of All World Stage, would scare me to death. So I remember having that on my TV stand, because my TV stand was like, it was on the floor and it was this high. and it had drawers. So I would put the records right there because I didn't have anything to put them in. So, and I put those records, like the Fly By Night, I put the front of it, the Man, and that would scare me as well, but it wasn't scary as bad as the Rush 1974 and the Owl from Fly By Night. And then All World Stage, I turned it around because I didn't want to see that either. Or I might be wrong, All World Stage. This is like a really long time ago. And then my dad, I wanted to go to the record store. And I went there, and that's how the record collector came in me. So, sorry if I'm rocking. This is a chair that you can rock in. So, after that sparked a thing with me. Records. My dad got me a record player for Christmas for my house. No, my dad got it. I'm sorry, my dad got me a record player. And I have my dad's record player that has a lot of memories. I want to take it in care because that record player's been with me all my life. Or up to when I first started record collecting. So then that sparked with me, and I've been doing that since. It was 10 or 11, because I was living at a different house when I turned 9. And I had no records when I turned 9. When I turned 10, I left that house and moved because my little sister. No, 9 was moved to another place, and then moved to another place that we stayed for at least 5 to 4 years, and that's where I had a crate. I'm gonna paint you a picture here. Only crate that I really had was, what was it? It was what's it called? It was what's that thing called? Post office bin that we kept from getting mail. We got it from a package. So I kept that, we kept that, and my toys were in it. So I took all my toys and put it in something else. Toys. And I have all my records in there. And first thing after that, after collecting records for about a year, I got into 45s. And another year, I turned to CDs. So I have two to three things to collect. And I love doing it. Because when you go to a record store, I'm sorry for rambling, but it's a strong thing with me. Because I've been doing it 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 6 years in a row here. Collecting records. And I've taken out of the year and a half, I've not bought records a lot. I haven't said, we gotta go to a record store. We have to go to a record store all the time. Like every chance Derry got me, we would go to a record store a lot. So that's why the vinyl, if you talk to a collector that collects cars, they'll say it's a passion. For me, it's a passion for vinyl. It's for the way it is. Because I have a record that originally I had from when I was really small. And it's still with me. And guess what? Nothing has changed. It's been there. It's the same way. Same recording. It's been in my life for that long. And I grew up on my dad's records. My dad loved a lot of artists. Some records he wouldn't let me put on the turntable because he didn't want them to get scratched. And I got one of those records, and I'm gonna get another one when he gets all his records. It's Them Crooked Vultures, a record that we listen to all the time. And so after I start collecting records, there's one thing that has changed. When I first got into records was my music taste. Before that, I was into pop and kiddie music, and my dad showed me Jet. And this is before 9 years old, when I moved into that new house. Sorry if this is a lot. This is a whole story to me. Jet. And then my dad showed me AC/DC. And then my dad just stopped showing me stuff. He just played it. And I asked him, what's this? Next one's Them Crooked Vultures. And then 2012 comes. Van Halen comes into my life. She's a Woman. My dad played that for my cousin that is at least 8 years old. And he was like 3 or 4 at this point. I'm sorry, I'm in the music. I'm listening to one of my favorite groups. I'm sorry. So where was I? So that. And I've grown up to a point now that I'm not limiting myself. If someone says, hey, you gotta listen to this person, they're great. Really? I'll listen. The one rule is, if it doesn't sound good to me, I won't listen to it. Someone says, this is a great band. Yeah, it is. Just to say that. For him to not feel my real opinion. Like if someone said, do you like Lady Gaga? I said, do you? Yeah. I really don't like it, but don't change that. That doesn't change the fact that you like it. You play it in front of me. That's how much I really don't care. I'll just get annoyed with it and keep it to myself. With my little sister, that's different because she loves all of these pop artists. That the only thing real is the voice. Everything else is no real drums, no real guitar player. If maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a couple of artists she listens to. Sorry if I'm rambling. And I tell her my feelings. I'm gonna tell you this one last thing, and then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do my ending. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but this is a side of me no one else sees, but my dad and my mom and my stepdad. So I went to my little sister, and she always says, your music isn't good. Really, I would say it like this, your music sucks, but that's not the real way she said it. It's dumb, that's what she said. I don't like your music. You wanna know what I said one day? I said, turn it down, and she turned it down. And she said, your music is bad. You wanna know what I told her? Your music is dumb. And I walked back, and I got a flashback of when I was in school, and everybody didn't like me in Skyline. Everyone said, you're an old person. You should have been born 2 decades before. Like, this is like in 2000, before 2010. No, this is after 2010. Everyone's saying that. So, actually 3, I'm sorry. 90s, 2000, 90s, 80s, 70s. 4, I'm sorry. They would say, you would probably love it to be in the 70s. I said, yeah, love great artists. But I'd have to go through a lot of things from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s until now. So yeah, a lot of people didn't like me because of that. And I got a flashback of that and I went, oh no, I'm doing something everyone did to me. You wanna know what I told her? Don't listen to me. I don't listen to you. I didn't say that. I don't listen to you. I didn't tell her that. I told her this. Don't listen to me. So thanks. Thanks for going through all that rambling. And Andy's Vinyl Den, thank you for all the videos you've made. Make more, please. Because the vinyl community feels like I'm in a family. And I'd like to grow in the vinyl community. I'd like more people to come to this channel and watch me. And be a part, be a part of their family of people, because people that like the same thing. Because there's different kind of communities. There's video game communities, different music, like there's CD company, vinyl community, CD community, different communities. But I feel the vinyl community is where my heart is. That's why I try to put my best into making videos. Where there's a mistake, I made this video, made the final update you've probably seen. I made it 2 times. First time I didn't like the way I did it, because I was standing up and everything was out of shot. The shot was like this and I was showing everything like that. And I would show it. And they couldn't see it. And I'm like, man, this doesn't look good at all. I redid it down here in my basement area. And anything can happen. I'll restart, because I got everything down here. If someone opened that door and boom, would